All right, this is Mike with the Halftime Mike podcast and now video show for today. I am right here in Las Vegas with Andrea Val at New Media Expo.
Yeah.
And just glad that you can be with me a little bit.
Hey,
and
thanks for having me on the show.
Wanted to take a little bit of time to get your insights on Facebook in 2014. What do you see and what do you want to share with our audience?
Yeah.
What to expect?
Well, as you've seen, there's been a lot of people frustrated with the announcement that Facebook's organic reach is going to be decreasing. People are a little bit irritated. I've seen people like saying, I'm heading over to Google Plus, I'm out of here, or wherever they're going. But I still think Facebook is relevant. I think it's going to be relevant throughout 2014. And I think beyond that, it'll remain to be seen. I think it is becoming a more pay-to-play place, and we're going to have to spend some money on ads to continue to be seen. So it's frustrating that the organic reach is going down, but when you look at some of the other sites, you're not necessarily reaching everyone anyway, just due to the fact that people aren't always logging in, or if they're not hanging out there, or on Twitter, people have so many followers, they're not, even though they could see your tweet, they may not, because they're not paying attention. So Facebook is still a relevant place to be for marketers and for businesses, and we're just going to have to spend a little bit of money on ads, and it doesn't have to be much. You can just spend to boost a post or promote a post a little bit every once in a while. I would say posting or boosting or paying, a couple of times a month at least, or, if you want to be a little more aggressive, maybe paying every week to boost something through the news feed just to re-engage those followers and make sure you're connecting with them.
Yep. Now, I think one of the things that I've noted still is that nothing compares to Facebook in terms of being able to target a specific demographic and get in front of them.
Yeah, exactly. And I think there are some new things that are coming out with Twitter. Twitter ads are getting a little bit more interesting. Of course, there's the Google AdWords that is it is interesting in the keyword searches, but there's nothing that targets the demographics like Facebook does. And if you know what your customer looks like, what kind of age group they're in, what kind of things they like and are interested in, then you can really reach them very easily. And your ad looks just like another Facebook post in there. So it's really in the news feed, in the stream where people are hanging out. And there can be very, very effective. So I think, spending a little money on Facebook should be part of your marketing plan.
Yep. Now, we've known, and we've talked about this numerous times, that majority of time that people spend on Facebook is in the news feed. Mm-hmm. And like with our TapSite audience, I mean, I'm encouraging people to run some timeline contests, timeline promotions, so it's in the news feed, and that can get a burst of engagement. If you can get 500 likes, 600 comments on something,
right.
Then you can turn around and using our tool, export that list, and then do a follow-up targeted campaign to that 600 user list as a custom audience and advertise specifically to them. You've talked about custom audiences as well.
Right, and that is an awesome way to do it, is just, using that exported list is a great idea. You can also export your own email list and target your email list specifically. Now, to me, that's not quite as interesting as maybe then using that email list to create a similar audience, because your email list, you might be reaching pretty well on email anyway, and they already know you and they've connected with you. But you can then use that exported list to create a similar audience.
Yep.
And now you can add in some other keywords to really narrow down and get an awesomely targeted Facebook campaign.
Yep.
That's really cool.
And just a note on that, I mean, again, that type of lookalike audience it's basically saying, what are the characteristics of this audience you've uploaded? Let's find people that match those demographics on Facebook, and then it gives you that. So it's a completely separate list, but it's like those people. So if they were your customers over here, and now this other audience could be, it's like your customers.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So it's really awesome. So you can really find more of your customers, potential customers.
Right, absolutely. Okay. So Andrea, we can find more about you at andreaval.com.
Yep.
And tell us a little bit about what you got coming up here first quarter of 2014.
Yeah, some fun things coming out. I'm going to have a Facebook ads course. Speaking of Facebook ads, coming out in February, and that is going to be a combination of using the Ads Manager as well as the Power Editor. So I know that sometimes the Power Editor can be intimidating for people, and I still think there's a lot of cool stuff you can do just in the Ads Manager itself that's a little more intuitive, and they've been improving some of the things in the Ads Manager. So I'm going to really go deep into Facebook ads and how you can use them to, get new fans, get new subscribers, get new customers at the cheapest price. So that's really good. And then also the Social Media Manager School coming up in April. That's going to be really exciting. Phyllis Kerr and I have launched that together, and we had a wonderful group of students who went through that in the fall of 2013, and we're excited to bring it out again in the spring and revamp it all and make it good.
Okay. Yeah.
Make it really good.
Yeah. Good. And now, can we talk about a success story from that class? I mean, we just attended a session here from a graduate, right?
Yeah, and we've had a lot of amazing stories that have come through from people who have taken the course. They get their first clients. They, they end up being able to quit their job. Cynthia Sanchez has been through our course. She took the course when we first launched it, even a year before, and is doing great things now with her Pinterest blog. She has a Pinterest podcast, and she's speaking and doing lots of consulting. And so it's really fun to see those success stories when people come through the course and are able to start, getting new clients and starting their dream jobs. So it's very fun.
Now you've been very good about getting email out to people as well. So if they want to follow you and get tips on that, you have an email sign up.
Yep, it's right on my site at AndreaVall.com.
Okay, and that's VAHL.com.
Yeah.
All right, and I'll have that in the notes there.
Okay.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Mike.
For
it's
spending time
with
me. And,
love tab site. Just saying that. Love tab site.
All right. Very good. And, hopefully you have a great rest of the conference here. We look forward to your Facebook ads course and getting word out about your social media school coming up, manager school.
Yeah.
And we'll go from there.
Great.
All right. This is Mike from New Media Expo in Las Vegas here. And thanks for being with me today. We'll talk later.